Hello students, welcome to lecture number 23. Topic for today's session is fixed position layout. I Dr. Ron Prabhakar Devale welcome you all. This is online lecture series for the subject operations and supply chain management. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Learning objectives for today's sessions are to know the basic concepts of fixed position layout, to understand the merits and demerits of fixed position layout. We will start with the concept of fixed position layout. A fixed position layout lets the product stays in one place, while workers and machineries move to it as needed. Products that are impossible to move, like submarines, ships, airplanes, and construction projects, are typically produced using a fixed position layout. Limited space at the project site often means that parts of the project must be assembled at other sites, transported to the fixed site, and then assembled. The fixed position layout is also common for on-site services such as housekeeping services, pest control, and landscaping, etc. This type of layout, that is fixed position layout, is the least important for today's manufacturing industries. In this type of layout, the major component remains in a fixed position or location. Other materials, parts, tools, machineries, manpowers, and other support equipments are brought to this location. The major component or body of the project or product remains in a fixed position because it is too heavy or too big, and as such, it is economical and convenient to bring the necessary tools and equipments to the workplace along with the manpower. This is the example of fixed position layout, where construction of a stadium is shown. So for construction of a stadium, the stadium remains at a fixed location, and the other equipments, tools and manpower, etc., that is general contractor, equipment such as bulldozers, cranes, etc., materials such as steel, glass, cements, etc. General labels are required. Plumbing contractor, electrical contractor, mechanical contractor, and architect of the stadium all are brought in one position, but the project will be at fixed position. So this is the example of fixed position layout construction of a stadium. This type of layout is used in industry in the manufacturing of boilers, hydraulics and steam turbines and ships, etc. Now we will try to understand advantages of fixed position layout. Material movement is reduced here and capital investment is minimized. The task is usually done by gang of operators. Hence, continuity of operation is ensured. Production centers are independent of each other, hence effective planning and loading can be made. Thus, total production cost will be reduced. Fixed position layout offers greater flexibility and allows change in the product design, product mix, and production volume. Now we will see limitations of fixed position layout. Highly skilled manpower is required. Movement of machineries, equipments to production center, it may be time consuming. Complicated fixtures may be required for positioning of jobs and tools. This may increase the cost of the overall production. So these are limitations of fixed position layout. Now we will see another type of layout, that is combination type of layout. Nowadays, in pure state, any form of layouts such as product layout, process layout or fixed position layout discussed above is rarely found. Therefore, generally the layouts used in the industries are compromise of all the above mentioned layouts. Every layout has got certain advantages and limitations or disadvantages. Check my previous videos to learn about product layout and process layout. Therefore, industries would like to use any type of layout as mentioned. Flexibility is very important factor. So layout should be such which can be molded accordingly to the requirements of the industry without much investment. If the good features of all types of layouts are connected, a compromise solution can be obtained which will be more economical and more flexible. Another type of layout is cellular layouts. Cellular layouts combine some aspect of both product layout and fixed position layout. Work cells are small, self-contained production units that include several machines and workers arranged in a compact and sequential order. Each work cell performs all or most of the tasks necessary to complete a manufacturing order. There are usually 5 to 10 workers in a cell, and they are trained to be able to do any type of steps in the production process. The goal here is to create a team environment wherein team members are involved in production from beginning to the end. This is the book of Simba publication. You can read further. Operations and Supply Chain Management, written by myself. In my next video, we will learn Service System Design Matrix. Learning outcomes from today's lecture, we have seen the basic concepts of fixed position layout. We have seen the merits and demerits of fixed position layout. Also, we have seen combination type of layout and cellular type of layouts. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe and turn on the bell icon for further notifications. Thanks for watching this video from Dr. Ondevale. Keep thinking, keep learning, and these are some references I have used to prepare this video.